Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another Xenoblade Chronicles 3 video. Well, I have some exciting news. Well, I got the game a week early, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over a little bit of details about it with no spoilers whatsoever. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and my hands-on experience with the game so far. And I am 20 plus hours into it. So get ready, get excited. Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Now, like I said, I've got this game early. I don't want to show anything. Everything you're seeing right here is background footage from the Nintendo trailer. So no spoilers over here. Now here's the thing, I come from a huge RPG background. I play a whole bunch of different types of RPGs. I played Xeno 1, I never played 2. So this is my experience with the game. We're going to be talking about the story, we're going to be talking about the chapters, the combat, the gameplay, if it's fun, if the game is good, you know, all of that other good stuff. So let's just jump right into it. First thing first, let's talk about the story without spoiling anything, right? So I jumped in this without any expectations whatsoever. And I'm not even gonna lie, about an hour into it, I was like, is this going to pick up? Because I just wasn't into it. And oh boy, it did. The story is fantastic. It is a really great story. So they nailed it. Like I said, I won't be spoiling anything right here. Just know that the story, it starts off slow. You know, about an hour into it, 2 hours, you're going to see things pick up. And then once you get your Ouroboros, which is no spoiler, everybody knows you're going to get that. That is when the real story kicks in. And man, it's amazing. It hooks you and then you'll be ready to rock. So no worries as far as the story is concerned. You're good to go. It is a little slow, but once it picks up, boy oh boy, is it fantastic. Now about that story, like I said, it took me about an hour, 2 hours to really get into it, right? Where I was like, okay, this is kind of cool, right? The chapters are freaking long. Now I'm 20 plus hours into the game and I'm just in chapter 2. Chapter 1 is long. It is not 1 hour long, not 2 hour long, not 3 hour long. Now you can go and you can do the side missions. You can make it shorter if you want. I did all the side missions and it took me many hours to complete the very first chapter. First chapter, you're going to go through a tutorial. It's going to show you all of the different moves. And it's throughout the whole chapter. It's not like just the first 15 minutes tutorial. No, the whole chapter is basically telling you how to play. And there is so many different things that you need to learn about the mechanics of your different characters, accessory items, yada yada yada. It goes in depth. So they're always going to be constantly teaching you how to play the game throughout the whole first chapter and even some of chapter 2. So just keep that in mind. It's a huge learning process as you play. Now there is a huge amount of cutscenes. So yeah, just know that there's a lot. I mean, a lot. And that's what makes everything much longer. Like I said, I played Xeno 1. I didn't play 2, but in 3, it is quite long as far as the cutscenes, but that's not a bad thing. It's like watching an anime movie. They talk through it, you know, it's not like they mute it. So it's a very compelling story and you kind of don't want to skip through the cutscenes because that is a major part of the game, which is the story, right? So it does take quite some time to complete chapters and the stories are ridiculously long because the cutscenes are long. I'm not talking about minute long, I'm talking about 3, 4, 5 minutes long, and then it just puts you right into the combat, right? And speaking of combat, well, it's going to be a little bit different. Now, like I said, it's different from Xeno 1. I never played 2, but I played plenty of different RPG games. So I was kind of curious as far as how the combat is going to work, and it works out rather well, right? So you are going to start off with your team, and then of course you're going to meet up with another team. Without spoiling anything, you have your team, right? And you'll be able to switch characters eventually, but for the most part, throughout chapter 1, you're just going to be a single character, right? When it comes to the combat, you can chain attacks, which is pretty cool, but you also auto attack as well, and you have like, you know, different moves that you can do that are on cooldown, which is nice. So the combat feels really good and it's very in-depth. You can chain combos, and of course, eventually you'll be able to switch characters, but you can't do that right up at the front. So just keep that in mind. The combat in the game is absolutely really fun, but it's also is challenging. I was playing on normal, and even on normal, when you do get to certain bosses, you know, it can be challenging. I had to retry quite a few times just to get not just the rhythm, but the strategy down of how I was going to defeat said bosses. And there is a lot throughout just chapter 1. When you think you're going to get to a boss, it's not even a boss. It's just another step into the chapter, and it just repeats itself, which is pretty freaking insane. So story, check. Chapters super freaking long, a lot of cutscenes, and the combat, when you do get to play, it's absolutely fun and fantastic. So no worries about that. It's a little bit different, auto attacking with your different moves, but you get to chain combos and eventually get to switch teammates, which makes everything very interesting when it comes to combat. And last but not least, what I really want to talk to you guys is about the game. Is it good? Well, like I said, I played Xeno 1, never played 2, played Xenoblade Chronicles 3, got it early with no expectations whatsoever. It started off slow and I was like, I don't know if I like this. And then it picked up, and oh my god, this story and everything else is fantastic. I have to tell you, this is a must buy. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is going to go down as a Nintendo Switch classic. It is spectacular. Only wish that I have is that I can just do this in 4K, because it's a beautiful game. The open world feels like you playing Pokemon Legend of Arceus, right? So you have these huge open areas that you can pick up all different types of items. So you can farm for different items and stuff like that. Of course, there's crafting, leveling up, XP, and all of that other good stuff in the game. And like I said, no spoilers when it comes to this video for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. But that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. The game is excellent. You're gonna love this game. Even if you're not a Xenoblade 3 fan, R2 fan, R1 fan, and you just like RPGs, it's going to hit that fix for sure. But for right now, that's pretty much going to for the video. I hope you truly enjoyed it. As always, if you're new to the channel, how you doing and welcome. Don't forget to subscribe right here at Karpo Gaming. Upload a wide variety of videos ranging from updates, tips and tricks, guides and news, and a whole lot more. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you everybody for all your love and support. And as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.